people have a lot of gripes about Funko as a company, and I must say a lot of those gripes, I think they are legitimate. At the same time, the company does try to listen to people. They try to keep customers happy. And one of the issues they've had is with their subscription boxes, it was very confusing how to purchase past boxes. They always showed the past boxes on the sites, but it was confusing about how to get those boxes. So they've made that a lot easier to do. And on top of that, they also put some previous boxes on sale, and I took advantage of that sale. I actually got 2 of the previous boxes, but I figure it makes sense to start off with this box since it was the actual first Marvel Collector Corps box. And there's no real mystery to this. These are previous boxes. Those of you that really collect Funko Pops, you already know what's inside of this box. So this is about to be an extremely quick unboxing. So here you see the box. And now you see the majority of the items. Wasn't that quick, people? I told you. So, like I said, no mystery here. This is the first box. I'm going to run through the items very quickly here. I do like this pin. Each box comes with a pin, and I think this is a pretty good looking one. Even though, like I said in a recent video, might have just been my last video, I know some people are upset with Captain America, but I still want people to be patient and see how the storyline plays out in the comics. We have this Ultron patch. I still have no idea what to do with these patches, but I think they are great looking patches. So I'll find somewhere to put them up and display them. We have this Dorbs here, which I haven't decided whether I'm going to keep this or not. I mean, I've grown to like Dorbs. I do have a good number of them now. This one, though, for some reason, some people really don't like it. I mean, really don't like it. I've seen it being sold for like $1 online, which I think is kind of insane, you know, especially for something that you can't just pick up in a store. So, yeah, this Dorbs, I may or may not keep it. I haven't really decided yet. I'm definitely not going to unbox it now since I haven't made up my mind about that. And then, of course, the big hot ticket item here is the Hulkbuster. And it's so true what people say. This has some heft to it. Great looking figure. Again, I'm not going to take it out of the box, at least not right now, but I'm definitely glad to have this finally. Okay, just showing you all the different sides of the box real quick. You know, you've probably seen this before, but yeah, this is really awesome looking. I'm so glad I finally got it, and I'm glad I got it at a great price because this is still being sold online, being resold by people online for anywhere from like $45 on up. So I think 45 is like the cheapest I've seen it sold. So I paid together for this box because Funko had this sale going on, which I think was in the range of 20-25% off, somewhere in there. I'm not even sure exactly. May have been as high as 30. I can't remember for sure. Somebody help me out with that in the comments. But all together for this box, I paid, you know, about half of what, or maybe even less than half of what some flippers are trying to sell the Hulkbuster for. So really glad to have the Hulkbuster now. I got to find a spot for them. These 6-inch pops, I really like them, but they definitely take up some space. And now I do have the 6-inch. The first one I got was Thanos. Then I also have Giant Man. I think Giant Man was my second one I got, and he's kind of covered up back there now. But I got the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man with the toasting on him. So I got the Hulkbuster now, and there is also another 6-inch pop that I have. And if you want to find out what it is, you'll have to check out Saturday Night Vlog. But the other items that came in this box are the t-shirt. Now, unfortunately, this box, I know it's mainly because of this special that they have going on, is going really quickly. So they were out of my t-shirt size. I'm kind of a big guy, so I just went with a large here. But I already know somebody that's going to end up getting this shirt. And then the comic here as well, which this one, it's not bagged and boarded. Guess it's not a big deal because it is in good condition. And it's a Guardians team up with the Avengers. I can't remember for sure. I got a feeling that this is not the same comic that originally came with this box. It would make sense for them to update that. And I'm trying to look for a date on here. I'm not seeing a date anywhere. Actually, well, I know it's talking about an offer here that expired at the end of last year, so this is still an older issue. But that's some great looking artwork there on the cover. And I'm still waiting on my Sam Wilson as Captain America Funko Pop. That needs to be made. But I think it's going to happen. I really do think it's going to happen. So, yeah, that's the first box. And that was actually the very first Collector Core box. So let's go ahead and move on to the other box that I decided to order. And box number 2 is the Secret Wars box. I went with this one because I really wasn't a big fan of the other ones. The Ant-Man, I think, was okay. I already got Ant-Man figures that I really like, though. I got the common Ant-Man. I got Ant-Man on Anthony. I got an Ant-Man bobblehead. And by the way, actually, I don't have the Ant-Man that's common. Mine is glow in the dark, and then I have the glow in the dark yellow jacket. So I just don't really feel like I need that box as well. And of course, I do have Giant Man as well. So I just didn't feel like I need that box. I think that would have been a waste. The Christmas box, yeah, I really, really was not a fan of that. I'm not wearing a scarf. I don't put up a Christmas tree. I don't need ornaments. That box would just do me no good. And then I know there was the villains box as well, which Morbius, I think he's an alright character. A really weird choice for a pop. Maybe too obscure there. And I mean, the Loki Dorbs was actually pretty cool, but you know, I could try to find that separately. So it made most sense for me to get this box next because it has 2 cool pops inside. You probably already know what they are. But again, let's go ahead and get the items out. And we have here the 2 pops. We have Thor from Secret Wars. And she has continued on beyond that. And some people call her Lady Thor. I was about to say her real name, but just in case you're not caught up on comics, I won't say who she actually is. Just in case, like I said, you're behind on comics and you decide to catch up or you go back some. I just don't want to ruin that for you. And then we had Miles Morales, Spider-Man. Both of these characters have really grown on me a lot recently because I'm reading comics somewhat sporadically, but I really do like both of these characters. And it really makes me want to read some solo issues of Miles Morales Spider-Man. I haven't read any of them yet. I've seen at least one story that he was featured in. I know he was featured in a Miss Marvel comic. I really love Miss Marvel. So if any of you have read his comics, please let me know what you think of them. And you know, I'm really looking for those comics. I guess I could check with my comic shop. I definitely like Power Comics and Legends Comics in Florence, South Carolina as well. I'll see what they have. So, yeah, I'm going to be looking for some Miles Morales Spider-Man pops. I think both of these pops look really cool. I love the coloring on the Miles Morales one. I think it looks great. So I've heard some people say it's not comic book accurate, but I don't think it's really possible to do that with the pop figure. You can get close, but it's not going to be perfect. But this one looks really good to me. And then I really do like Thor as well, or Lady Thor, if that's what you want to call her. It does look like it has one little blemish there, but it's barely noticeable right up under the eye there. That's barely noticeable. The helmet looks great, though. Costume looks great. Of course, she has... I'm not going to try to say it. I was about to say, I'm just going to say Thor's hammer. She has Thor's hammer. I'm not about to tear that name up. So, yeah, these look great. And it is just these 2 figures here in the series. So, really happy to have these. And I came so close to buying Lady Thor on Amazon. I'm really glad that I decided to wait and that Funko had this deal. So, I jumped past the patch and pin because I was just so excited about those figures. The pen is, I believe it goes by, I want to say this is Superior Iron Man. And again, somebody let me know if I'm wrong on that, but I think that's Superior Iron Man with the silver armor on. Really not a fan of that design of Iron Man, but you know, he has a ridiculous number of armor, so you're not going to like all of them. That's one I'm not a big fan of. And then we got here Sam Wilson, the Falcon, as Captain America on the patch. That's an okay looking patch. Again, I really like the coloring on these patches. So that's cool. And then the other items, the comic. Got a Secret Wars comic. Honestly, I kind of missed out on the Secret Wars. I really don't even know completely what it's about. I know that it was basically going, or I'm trying to think of a good way to say it. I know there was basically another Secret Wars in past comics, and that one was a really big deal. So this one I think is a play off of that one. So I'll have to check this out to see what's going on. And of course it does have this variant cover, which it looks pretty good. Definitely like the background there and Thor up front with the pop design. So that's a pretty good looking one. And this one is bagged and boarded. By this time they had learned to bag and board those. And this t-shirt actually is in my size, the Secret Wars t-shirt. So expect to see me wearing that soon. I will be in front of the camera sometimes, not all the time, but I will be in front of the camera sometimes. So like I said, expect to see me wearing that t-shirt very soon. But yeah, I'm happy with both of these boxes. I'm glad that I finally have them, and I'm glad that I got them both at really reasonable prices. I'm not sure if that sale is still going on or not. If you're interested in these boxes, you might want to hurry and check that out and see. And remember that you can get some previous boxes, but they may be limited as far as t-shirt sizes are concerned, at least. And I got a feeling that some boxes may sell out and then they may not be produced anymore, especially the very first box that has Hulkbuster. I mean, I can't speak for the company, but I'm just kind of getting that inkling feeling as far as that's concerned. Real quick, something I was going to talk about in my Saturday night vlog, I might as well go ahead and address it right now, because I know that Funko is reproducing some figures that were rare or exclusives, and I think I had talked about this actually in a previous video. I know it's a double-edged sword because it's going to bring down the value of those pops, but more people will be able to get those pops. So I think that's just personal opinion. What matters most to you? For me, you know, I care about my collection. What I get for myself, I get because I really want it. I really want to keep it. So value is really not a big concern, even though I have some figures that are worth a lot. I mean, they're figures that I really want to keep. So I'm just happy to be able to get what I want. And you all can let me know how you feel about that, about Funko, you know, reproducing figures, including exclusives and those rare figures and older figures as well. What are your thoughts on it? So yeah, that wraps it up for now. Like I said, I tried to make this a quick unboxing with these two collector core boxes. Really happy with these boxes. I think they were really well done. The Women of Power box, I got it. I really didn't want it. That was sort of a miscommunication with the company, I guess. But I traded it. It's all good. You know, I'm going to keep things moving. And hopefully with the Spider-Man box, they do a great job with it. And, you know, they'll just keep things moving and keep on listening to their customers. That's it for now. And, you know, thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it. And don't forget, make sure you check out Saturday Night Vlog. Take care.